What's up guys, my name is Isaiah Rivera. I have a 50-inch vertical and today I'm gonna show you guys 3 stretches that are gonna help you to jump higher and lift more weight. To jump higher, you need to have a really good penultimate step, and you're not gonna have a good enough penultimate step unless you have a lot of mobility in your hip and also at the ankle. So when you take a penultimate step, you're gonna go into hip extension, right? So you're gonna need a lot of flexibility right here through the rec fem. And then also, as you're taking your penultimate step, you need a lot of mobility at the ankle. So as you're taking the step, you shoot your knee to the ground and you feel a big stretch right here in your Achilles. So I'm gonna show you guys 2 stretches that are gonna address those 2 things. All right guys, this is the couch stretch. You're just gonna go into a lunge position. You're gonna put your back leg against the wall. The closer your knee is to the wall, the harder the stretch is gonna be. And the farther it is, the easier it's gonna be to get into that stretch. And you're just gonna sit up here, and if you're flexible enough, you're gonna contract your back glute, and you just keep your chest up, and you're gonna hold this for 2 minutes and do it on each side. All right guys, now I'm gonna show you a bent knee ankle stretch. You're just gonna kneel down in a lunge position, up against the wall, and then you're simply, while keeping your heel and toes on the ground, your whole foot on the ground, you're just gonna drive the knee forward until you touch the wall, all right? If it's too hard, just put your foot forward and drive your knee to the wall. Just make sure that your heel stays on the ground as you go forward. A good standard I like for this stretch is around 4 inches. I've seen, specifically, I've seen Jay Clark and Jordan Kilgannon. We've all compared where we are in this stretch, and we all have a similar level of flexibility with this stretch. So use that information however you will, but I just think that's pretty interesting. And just keep working on that, and you're gonna feel a huge difference in how this helps your penultimate step and your squat depth. Like the other stretch, we're gonna hold this for 2 minutes each side. And yeah, that's the bent knee ankle stretch. Wait, don't skip this, guys. By popular demand, we are bringing back our 25% discount off of our coaching for the holidays. This is only gonna be available to the first 5 athletes. So if you don't wanna miss out, go to THPstrength.com and click apply now, and I'll see you guys on the other side. All right guys, the final stretch is specifically gonna help out your lifting a ton. When you're training, you're gonna be doing a lot of pulls from the ground, and if you don't have good hamstring flexibility, you're not gonna be able to do that without a flat back, and you're gonna run into a lot of back issues, and you might have to pull from blocks or an elevated surface. So how we work on that is by stretching the hamstrings without rounding your back. The most common hamstring stretch is to try to touch your toes like this. Don't do that. That's gonna mess up your back over the long run. Instead, do the same thing, but keep your spine completely straight and just go down until you feel a stretch in your hamstring. Usually guys will try to increase the range of motion and go farther than this, but if your flexibility only allows you to go to here, once you keep trying to go down, you're only gonna be using your back. So just go until you feel a stretch in your hamstrings and your back is flat. Your back's gonna thank you, your hamstrings are gonna get more flexible, and you're gonna be able to lift with a much better technique. So one of the most commonly asked questions I get is how often do I stretch? And you might be surprised to hear that I don't stretch at all. And the reason being is because I get enough of my mobility work when I train. I do deep front squats, and I have good mobility when I jump and do my penultimate step in my approach. And just by doing those movements, I'm able to maintain really good flexibility without having to stretch every single day. So I actually think that stretching is extremely overrated. Guys place too much emphasis on how much it helps their health and their jumping ability, when there are way bigger stones that you can turn to make more progress. Having said that, if you lack a ton of mobility in your lifts and when you jump, I would recommend doing these stretches every single day. But if you have a good base of mobility and you're able to reach those positions, don't stress about stretching and doing it every single day. And the final disclaimer I'm gonna say is, if you have pinching in your hips or pain in your hips, don't stretch the hips, don't work through pain, that's gonna make it worse. Having said that guys, if you like the video, please like the video. It doesn't take much effort to move your thumb a little bit, so click a like, helps the channel tremendously, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.